Dear friends, we are coming to the next part of the information technology topic. So this session, we shall look at few terms. First, make a clarity among them, then go to see what are they. One is data, database, and database management system or DBMS. These are sometimes terms that are confused, sometimes also they mistake one for the other. So the term data, database, DBMS or database management system, and database administrator. Okay. So we know data means it is a meaningful piece of information. Database is a collection of this data. Let's say collection of students' information. Of course, database general can be soft form, that means e-form, which can be processed, or it can also be a hard form, let's say in pen and paper, in books, that is also a database. Then what is database management system? Database management system, DBMS, it's a software tool to manage data, of course, in an electronic form. So we will be studying some of these DBMS. And a database administrator, of course, this is a person who manages database using a DBMS, administers to the management, administration, and organization of a database. All right. Let's go to the basic terms before we go into database management system. First term is called what is a field. Okay, a field is it's the smallest piece of meaningful information in a database file. Now consider a file like this, okay, where you have student information. We have roll number of students, just taken some example, names, age, result. So a smallest piece of information, for example, this can be called as a field. Roll number, name is a field, age is a field, result is a field. So these are examples given above. So smallest piece of information of an entity in a way. Now it can have different data types. You may have some numeric, for example here, age is a numeric, name could be character, date of birth could be in a date format, sometimes time. Boolean is where results are true or false, for example, result, yes or no. A string, a group of characters, an array, a series of numbers. So if you look at what is called a relational database, so in a table format, it is equal to RDBMS in format. It is a relational database. A field is nothing but it is a column. So these are all fields. So if you look the different fields here, then what is a record? A record is a collection of related fields in a database. For example, if you take student, so the person's roll number, name, age, it defines a student across this file or this table. So this is called a record. For example, this is a record. This is another record. So nothing but a record is collection of fields. For example, these fields together make one record. So that is a record and a field. Coming to a file, nothing but collection of similar records. So for example, this is a file, a database file of records consisting of fields. And database is collection of such fields, such records, such files, and a group of files. So fields make up record, records make up a file, and many files together often makes up what is called a database. So I think that is clear. We now go to what is called a database management system. So DBMS is a computer software application which helps us to interact for the user with our applications, and database itself captures, analyzes data. So it is designed to allow defining the data, creating the data, querying the data, updating the data, and administration of the database. So it defines what is called a database as a software tool, computer application. So some of the well-known database applications, of course, this was database, DBase, which was available, one of the first. Then came what is called Fox Pro. And some of the DBMS include MySQL, which are popular now in the market. These are common databases that are now available in the market. Then going to some of the functions, of course, this should come along with the definition of what is a database management system. So we are able to define the data. That means creating, modifying a data, removing of data, and how the data is organized. So the entire function of creating, modifying, defining the standard is allowed by the database. The next, what is called an update. That means I'm able to insert new data, modify existing data. I'm able to delete existing data of, so a database allows these functions. Retrieval means removing the data. When I want to access a data from the database, I'm able to retrieve based on conditions, based on combinations, and based on certain conditions. Next, administration, meaning I'm able to tune my database, better security, performance, its integrity, how controls are kept, how information is kept without being corrupted, taking care of recovery, copying, etc. So database must allow these functions. That means defining the data, updating, retrieval, and administration. Coming to the next, these are some of the advantages. I think these points are very clear when you go through. So next is first function is that it allows what is called storing of data. So it allows storing, retrieval, modifying. We are able to share the data across users, across systems because of a common database over eForm. It provides data independence, meaning the data is independent of the entity. So I have here, for example, names of students, their details away from the entity student. I'm able to handle it, process it, and use it. Then it provides various programs tools. I'm able to use programming tools to access and process the data. Then there is no redundancy, means duplications are controlled when I have data stored using a database management. Then it allows different standards for organizing, representing, storing, so that there is a better integration when I access, retrieve, and update data. Then consistency control means when the data is distributed among many entities, or let's say modules, when I change in one module, it should centrally reflect the change so that there is consistency in my data. So that can be controlled, kept using a central database management system. So this is inconsistency is removed and consistency is controlled. Then better data integrity, because by proper updates, proper standards, my integrity of the data is kept up. It is always up to date. Of course, there is better data security, controlled access to the data. It allows storage, checking, backup, safety of data using a database management system to the data compared to a physical storage of data, and means database management system allows better control, better access, better sharing, and better controls in case of consistency and integrity. And of course, academically, we also look at some disadvantages of a database. Of course, security is a problem. Being in a soft form, it is open to access, theft, hacker, virus, etc. Of course, database management is a complex work. We need to maintain standards, and very often it is expensive because we need software and also hardware expense. Then they are prone, as I said, to virus, hackers, system crash, etc. So these are some topic which is an important question: database management system, functions, advantages, disadvantages. Thank you.